Miss Ilaria Piemonte. Influencer marketing is like an hybrid of old and new marketing tools. Take the idea of the celebrity endorsement and placing it into a modern day content driven marketing campaign. But not only influencer marketing, we have Miss Ilaria Piemonte, a social and new media manager speaker to talk on artificial intelligence and the revolution of social media marketing. She is a social and new media manager at Buzzoole, also an influencer marketing expert, digital native and data driven, lost in funnels and strategies, curious, complicated, workaholic. Miss Ilaria, the stage is all yours.
I will just like to say something.
And do you have any PPTs to be shared?
Hi everyone. Thank you so much to all of you for being here with me tonight. And yeah, I would like to thank Mr. Subhash and all the great team of this huge event that is the Global Digital Marketing Summit. They have invited me as a speaker tonight, and I'm really honored and really glad to talk to all of you. I will just kindly briefly introduce myself, just adding some points. As you said, my name is Ilaria Piemonte. I am Italian, from Naples to be precise. And since 2 months, I moved to Vienna, and I'm currently digital strategist and marketing content creator for VOC Group, a leading Austrian company specialized in ET services. But in the last 3 years, I've been working for a company called Buzzoole that is based in Italy, and it is an influencer marketing platform. So basically, is there where I gained the most experience related to influencer marketing. So now, just go straight to the point. I would like to share my screen so all of you could see the presentation. Okay. Influencer marketing for sure is going to rise, and it is not only for millennials, because in the recent days, in the last days, when I talk to people, most of them think about the fact that influencer marketing could be primarily for millennials or for younger generation, but actually they are just not the perfect target. We have several targets that we can, I don't know, reach out with influencer marketing. For example, while millennials are in the lead when it comes to tech adoption, older people are definitely more online and active. And 50% of boomers, that are basically all the people born between the 70s and the 70s, are on social media, along with 75% of Generation X. So what is interesting is that boomers spend an average of 27 hours per week online, which means 2 hours more per week than those between 16 and 34. So we can definitely see and say that influencer marketing is for everyone. Of course, if it's done very well. Among this older crowd, Facebook is by far the preferred platform, even if after the recent things happened on Facebook and with Mark Zuckerberg, that people thought that it was the opposite, but actually Facebook is still very strong as a social media, and they're highly engaged there. In fact, 19% are more likely to share content on Facebook than any other generation. And for influencer campaigns targeting boomers and older generationers, plan to include a strong Facebook element and consider incorporating short, instructive video content. For example, almost 30% of boomers are regularly watching video on Facebook. So this is another truth. Influencer marketing is going to grow with video marketing for sure. If we think about statistics in the near future, nearly in 2020, we're going to have 70% of data on video. So every social media content will be primarily on video. So we don't have to forget this, especially, for example, on Instagram and not only on Facebook. For example, a lot of companies, almost 80% of marketers today are planning to have an influencer marketing strategy and are planning to invest in the next 12 months money just for influencer marketing itself. So it means that primarily on Facebook and Instagram, influencer marketing is going to grow, and is going to grow especially with real-time content, like for example social stories or video or every kind of content that could expire after 24 hours, as we all know on Instagram, for example. But it is very important and very relevant for revenues, for brands that are going to create and produce influencer marketing campaigns. So yeah, we can definitely say that influencer marketing, when done right, is the perfect vehicle for reaching this valuable and often overlooked audience. So let's move ahead with the next slide. This is just a picture about the influencer marketing scenario. So as you can see with your eyes, the global Instagram influencer market size from 2017 to 2019 is going to worth in billion US dollars, almost $2.38 billion. So you can see by yourself that it's going to be a huge and massive market. And this clearly means that influencer marketing is going to work, and it does produce revenues for those marketers that are going to select the correct influencers. Because I would like to remind to everyone that influencer marketing campaigns and creating influencer marketing campaigns is not only choose an influencer with millions of followers and share the content about our brand and it's done. No, it's not like this. Influencer marketing does not work like this, because the influencers we choose, they are not only promoters. I mean, they don't have just to share the content on their social media, copy and paste a copy that maybe we created and that's it. No, actually influencer marketing, when it is well done, it leads the brand to have and create a deep relationship with the influencers. So basically a brand has to choose the right influencer regarding his values, what he thinks, what they are, the vision of the life, and everything that could be related with the vision and the goals of the brand. So basically, marketers have to be really good in selecting those influencers that can embrace the same vision. Only in this case, it will be a great success. And only in that case, we're going to have a lot of shares, social posts, and most of all, a lot of word of mouth, but a positive word of mouth, because we have to be aware of the fact that word of mouth has to be positive. So every time we launch an influencer marketing campaign, we need to be sure to give to the influencers the right moves. So we need to explain to him or to her why we are selecting him or her, what we want to achieve, what we want to tell to our customers. Because nowadays, people want to become brands, and brands are trying to become people. And basically, this is the truth, because brands, for being successful, has to reach the customers, has to listen to them, has to care about them. Because caring, it means having a customer for life. So we do not have to forget this when choosing and thinking about creating an influencer marketing campaign. So, but how all of this could change in the near future now that we have artificial intelligence? So how basically technology and artificial intelligence are changing influencer marketing, and how it is going to change in the near future. We can say basically on average that more than 30 days of research and around 90 emails are needed to activate a single influencer. Then you have to see it there and refresh their page to see when their post went up. So it basically needs some time. But over the next year, we're going to see discovery and huge change. And we're going to see that outreach and measurement will become automated. And of course, leveraging the fact that artificial intelligence will become a driver. So for example, for me, it was interesting to tell to you this quote for Daniel Henai, co-founder and CEO of the audience intelligence platform Spree. And actually, he confirmed that artificial intelligence and machine learning are already powerful in influencer marketing. He said that we've been able to leverage these capabilities to algorithmically predict what messaging is most likely to resonate and influence certain people. In fact, he said that predictive analysis can be used to advise influencers on the topics people care about the most. So here again, how important is to use influencer marketing to spread a word, to spread your vision as a brand, your values, because people do care about this. People care in what you are caring actually. They notice because they are smart and they become smarter day by day if you really care about them. And if they can provide and verify this, then they will going to follow you forever. And so what does it mean? This means that influencer marketing is going to create a new way of marketing that is called emotional marketing. In fact, emotional marketing may be the future of influencer marketing, where certain emotions are triggered in consumer through sensorial experiences. And for example, with virtual identity or artificial intelligence, augmented reality, all those things are becoming truth and our everyday life. So emotional marketing is becoming to come more important than ever. And there is, for example, one spot, one advertising that all of you could actually see by yourself. You can search, for example, with this Duracell spot of 2015. They actually chose a very strong influencer because they chose to partner with the NFL superstar Gary Coleman. And for example, this is a great example of a brand partnering with an influencer to produce and give real emotion to the people, to the users. In fact, Coleman used Duracell batteries to power his hearing aids. And for example, you can hear on the advertising his voice saying, "They didn't call my name, told me it was over, but I've been deaf since I was 3, so I didn't listen." And this sentence is strong enough to give these emotional feelings to all of us. And what does it mean? It basically means that influencers are already using emotional marketing. How? By showcasing their lives and their interests, trying to interact with their followers. They ask them for feedback. They ask for them questions. It's kind of creating a real unique relationship with their followers. So this is the most important thing. And if you ask an influencer, what is the most important thing for you? They will ask for sure my followers, because it's there, even if they are just on social media, is basically there when a real relationship is created. So yeah, like Yafi confirmed the case to create a unique connection through authenticity and engagement with people. So when we think about influencer marketing, we do not have to forget about authenticity. We have to be authentic always, even if we are trying to sell a product or a services. We have to be honest with our public, with our customers, potential customers, with the users, because people want to feel important. So just to stop talking for a minute, for a little, maybe I will try to share with you a video that actually this is made by an Australian brand, if I remember well, and they chose, wait, I will try to show you on YouTube. They chose Michael Phelps as the main influencer. So this is the perfect example of a good influencer marketing campaign, a good influencer marketing strategy with a very strong advertising. And yeah, you can see that this advertising won the best ad of the year in 2016. But I will show you, and I just stop talking for a second.
It's the last goodbye, I swear. I have no regrets, for the past is behind. Tomorrow reminds me just where. Can't quite see the end. How can I rely on my heart? I'm breaking my own two hands. I heard all you said. Don't say anything. It's the last goodbye, I swear.
Okay, I really hope you have seen the video without any problems. And in my opinion, this is one of the best advertising ever created, because as you can see by yourself, it is very, very powerful. So this was the most shared Olympic spot ever. And of course, it had a very strong resonance on social media. So we can definitely say that this brand reached the point and reached the goal. Of course, you can guess why. For example, 56% of the spots shares are coming from Facebook, followed by Twitter. And they then asked for a little survey, what was the top 4 positive emotion after watching this video? And of course, almost 50% they chose inspiration. And the second emotion was amazement, then pride and happiness. So here we can definitely see how important it is to share emotions with people when you do advertising in general, especially with influencer marketing, because when you have an influencer on your side, you have a very strong person that is actually in your team and can help you in sharing the word and the things that matters for you as a brand. So on the right, you can see a little chart, line chart, where we can see basically that the most sharing platform has been Facebook, then Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course a lot of others platforms, like even WhatsApp, for example. People have shared the video through groups or friends. So it literally means that this video has reached the point. And yeah, they just basically strike in the right emotional chord with its target audience. Millennial men, basically between the ages of 18 and 34, share the most on social media. Something we learned from all of the ads that we tested, if we look at different demographics and emotions that are most resonant to them, for millennials, inspiration is one of the top emotions. So we always need to remember this, especially when we want to create a video. We need to be inspirational for people, because when they are on social media, they search for some inspiration, or they just want to relax and having a happy time between work or whatever they have on their everyday life. So on social media, we always have to not forget to be inspirational for our customers. So just going very quickly on the changing that we are seeing in the influencer marketing, but not only, even for example on content marketing and social media. Everything, as we can see, is going from delayed to real time. What does it mean? For example, do you know that about 30% of the most viewed Instagram stories are from businesses? And this means a lot. This basically means that if you have a brand and if you are not on Instagram, I think you should start thinking about creating a business profile on Instagram, because people are going to watch your stories. And of course, when you create an Instagram channel as a brand, you don't have to forget to create a storytelling. So people want to hear story, want to read stories, want to be engaged by your life, your vision. So it is important that when you think about opening a channel like Instagram, you always have to tell a story that is unique for you, that is true, and that is authentic. These are the most important things. And for sure, brands and businesses worldwide have already tested how to use Instagram stories to create, of course, awareness, but not only, even sales and drive traffic on the website for sure. For example, Airbnb is one of the best brands in this topic. For example, they were able to drive a 5% lift amongst millennials in association with their campaign designed to enable travelers to book new experiences using, of course, a product and an app like Airbnb. So what does it mean? It means that future is just right the corner. And for example, platform like Buzzoole, that is, of course, like I said before, an influencer marketing platform, have already developed a new reporting tool that is able to integrate analytics on Instagram stories. And this is a very new thing. So this allows to a lot of brands to see in real time how the stories are performing, not only the stories of your brand, but only the stories of the influencers you have booked and with your partnering for a campaign. So just for closing this very huge topic, in my opinion, I would like to tell you something interesting that maybe most of you don't know yet, but maybe the future is closer than we think, and artificial intelligence and data mining are really changing the perception and the usage of influencer marketing. Maybe the future has a name, and it is Lil Michela. Who is this person? Actually, she's not a person, but she's a robot. And she's the person you can see here on the left on the slide. Actually, Michela combines robotics and artificial intelligence, according to her publicist, of course. And she is a real influencer that has almost 1 million followers on Instagram. And if you don't believe me, please go to Instagram and check for her, because she does exist. And actually, the details of her origins are kind of a mystery. Maybe everything has started with an experiment, in my opinion. But Lil Michela launched her Instagram in April 2016. And since then, she posted images wearing fashionable outfits, like a real fashion blogger or fashion influencer. She's never been paid, as their publicist said, but she's appearing in the most recent Prada fashion show, for example, in Milan, but also she has a deal with Chanel and Fendi. So we are literally speaking about a celebrity, an influencer that is becoming a celebrity. So what does it mean? That maybe in the future we will see brands creating their own avatars to fully fit their brand images. So maybe a brand will be able to control their avatar, what they say, what they wear, what they do. So brands are in the business of making a fantasy a reality and vice versa. So this is going to be the future. This is going to be our future on social media. And maybe this is the best way to showcase this. So I just want to close this brief speech about a very important quote, in my opinion, that social media has gotten to the point of digital curation mimicking real life. So this is very true, actually. But people are getting smarter, and what they expect out of an influencer is changing. So this literally means that as brand and marketers, we need to focus about what customers are looking for and do the best for achieving their dreams and their goals. So that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Ilaria, for giving us such a notable information on influencer marketing, artificial intelligence, and the revolution of social media marketing. Dear attendees and participants, we will move on with the question and answer session, and Ms. Ilaria is with us to enlighten our knowledge. So let me move on with the first question. The first question is like, how does the AI-powered chatbots improve users' experience? From Gina Howard.
Okay. Actually, that's a good question because I think they are very useful and they will be very important, not only in the future, but even right now. For example, in the strategies that we are going to implement with my company, we are thinking about those kind of chatbots because it allows you to get smarter and go quickly to the client and their request. Because, you know, people online becomes faster and faster and they spend less time in waiting. So every time they waiting 1 second more to having a feedback, they will leave you. So you have to be very quick. You have to be very smart in reply them and give them just an information about what they are looking for. And yeah, I think it is essential.
Thank you, Ms. Ilaria. And the next question is like, is influencer marketing appropriate for every brand?
I think so. I strongly believe so because, like I said in my presentation, everything depends on what you are looking for. And you have to be very good in searching and then finding, of course, what you need. So, for example, if you are a B2B brand, you could think, oh no, I cannot do an influencer marketing campaign because I'm not selling dresses or shops or shoes or beauty products. But it's not true because you have to search around your niche market. So maybe if you are a brand that is more B2B oriented, you could search not on Instagram, but on LinkedIn, for example, on Twitter, when you have those kinds of conversation, when people are relevant and closer to your environment. So you just have to do the great research for you and for your brand. But definitely, yes, influencer marketing.
Thank you, Ilaria, for that wonderful explanation. And next question is from Keaton. It's like how to scale up your content marketing with AI generated content.
Okay, that's another beautiful question. Actually, what AI helps you is gaining a lot of data. So basically, your content marketing could be smarter and quicker, and especially could be very helpful with artificial intelligence because you could like to write a fine balance between good content and good data. For example, you could use all the data that you have, that artificial intelligence system collecting day by day, because actually they just learn every day. So they've been taught to how reach and gain the most important and relevant information. So once you have those data, you could use it to create good content, personalized content for your customers, and you could also know what they like, when do they like having those content, what time, where, for example. So it become easier to reaching
Yeah,
out to
thank you,
them.
Ilaria. And Mr. Daryl wants to know, like, what are the most popular industries or categories for influencer marketing?
Oh, that's an easy one. No, I'm kidding. If you mean what are the most useful, I would say for sure fashion, beauty, and maybe even travel, because in the last years, a lot of bloggers and travelers are really reaching the goal, and they are reaching a lot of audiences. For example, if you search on YouTube, you can really find a lot of very good influencers, very good bloggers that basically what they do every day is travel around the world, and they record themselves with, they create video, sometimes even live video. And the most beautiful thing is that they basically have been paid for traveling, and most of the people are following them because they want to live the same experience. They want to dream with them. So seeing beautiful landscapes or planning the next vacation, so they will look for advices. So yeah, I think definitely fashion, beauty, and travel are the
Yeah,
most
thank you, Ms.
influential
Ilaria. And another
industries.
question is like, what would be the future of social media marketing?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I've said something in my presentation about this, but for sure, what is going to be, it will be video, it will be live video, it will be real time. So in the future, we are going to be more and more connected live one with each other. So for example, if you can see Instagram, just I think not more than 1 month ago, they launched the Instagram TV. That basically is a tool that allows people to share video even longer than 30 seconds. So they could be 1 minute video, 5 minutes video, even 10 minutes video, when everyone, me, you, everyone, every brand could share video and say everything they want. So it's like now it doesn't exist the concept of television, the old concept of television, but every person like me and you can choose whatever they want to see for who they want to see. And this is the, in my opinion, the most beautiful thing about the future of social media, that every one of us could have the chance to select what they want to see and who they want to engage.
Yeah, thank you so
For
much.
sure, we
And
become more
the
and
one
more
and final
connected and
question,
happy.
ma'am, like, what is the criteria to become social media influencer like you?
Okay, first thing first, do what you love and share what you love and what you really care about. It can seem stupid or obvious, but it is not. For example, I see a lot of people, I hear a lot of people who say to me, yeah, I would like to open a blog, I would like to have a channel on YouTube, I would love to have an Instagram profile, but I think it would be useless because there are millions of people out there that are trying to be influencers, so it will be useless. And I always think no, because the internet gave us the opportunity to have a voice and spread that voice. So, in my opinion, if we really think to have something to say that could help people, could improve people's life, everything that could be, I don't know, psychological thing that could help people in living their daily life, or just something related with gardening, or something with do it yourself, or everything that you like, everything you've been inspired by. So maybe what you think and what you like could be the same thing that another person is looking for. So I think if you really love something and if you think to have this kind of digital behavior, you really should start opening a blog or social channel or whatever. The most important thing is that you will do this with passion, and you have to be honest. So always be unique and always be yourself on social media. And
thank you, Ms. Ilaria. That was really a wonderful note, and thanks for being here for this Global Digital Marketing Summit too. And on behalf of Tixla e-conference team and Global Digital Marketing Summit to conference team, I want to thank you for coming for this event, and would like to see you back for our next event, which will be coming very, very soon.
I would like to thank you everybody, to thank you, all the team, and all the people that decided to.
Thanks a lot, man. See you back again for our next conference.
Thank you so much.